Everybody knows what it is to experience some psychological, emotional, physical trauma. And there is no mistake. It's led everyone to this point, to this very moment of coming here in the spirit of inquiry, coming from a longing for reconnection. And not many really had that pure, unconditional connectedness in themselves in the first place. Because just look at it, when you come into a relationship, the way that you come into a relationship with other, where you come from in yourself and the other comes from in themselves, that's what allows for how much a connection can take place. Right? If you're connecting with another being, how much you can connect with yourself in the first place, and that being can connect with themselves, that's what determines the connection. Because if you in the first place don't have that connection at your own source, and there are lots of coping mechanisms and disconnection from your own source, and the other being is the same, then you may have a moment of connection, but then very quickly come up all the strategies and coping mechanisms, and most relationships are a rollout from that. And then often, because we are not aware, we start to blame the other. You're not here, you're not present, right? But the ability to know pure connection with yourself is the beginning of it. So the first wounding is disconnection. Longing for connection. Deeply. And the connection is to source. It's not really, it seems to be to other, it seems to be to mummy, it seems to be, but it's to pure wholeness. Wholeness. What's here in this room is pretty powerful stuff that we're processing here. You are not beginners. You are not going to a therapist for therapy to work on the psychological self. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a certain stage and it's valuable. Although there comes a moment when you realize that there is that is a non-existent self. It's happened in the psychological, emotional, physical process, yet it's not really truly you, right? So at the level where we are at the point of realizing oneself as the source of all existence, one connectedness at the source of being that is here now to process these split off energies. It's you at the source that can welcome these unbearable, broken places to come consciously through your own heart to be processed in unconditional love, in unconditional, the essence of what one is unconditional being. And the process of forgiveness is the melting of your own heart. And in the melting of your own heart, there's reconnection with the source of your own being. There's no more division between what you are as an unconditional being and the self who's been betrayed. There's no separation anymore between the source of what you are and the self you're living as. So the reconnection is made with what you are at the source into what you are as a persona.